Welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive this week. We're diving into something that a few of you recommended. A lot of you, actually. The Housemaid by Freida McFadden. A thriller that kind of blew up on the internet. And I can see why. There's a lot to unpack here.
Yeah. A bunch of you reached out like, hey, what do you think about The Housemaid? So we took a look, and this is a book that just keeps giving and giving.
So imagine you're in desperate need of a job, right? And this opportunity comes up to be a housemaid for this wealthy family out in the suburbs. Sounds pretty straightforward, right?
Yeah.
But from page one, not so much.
No. Right off the bat, you meet Millie Calloway, the housemaid, with, let's just say, a complicated past in the family she ends up working for, Nina and Andrew Winchester. And Nina, the wife, she's just off right from the beginning.
Yeah, there's something not quite right with her. It's like she's trying too hard or something.
Yeah.
So Millie starts working there, and the house is a complete disaster, unbelievably filthy. And then there's Nina. She's just all over the place. Like one minute she's being nice, and the next she's accusing Millie of stealing or something.
Ow.
And there's that whole incident with the PTA meeting notes,
Oh,
That was super weird.
So creepy. Right away, Millie is like, wait a minute, there's something really strange going on here. This isn't just your average messy house.
It's like the family has secrets or something,
Exactly. And then you have Andrew, the husband. He's actually really attractive, like surprisingly so. And he seems to be the only normal one. He even offers to help Millie with the mess that Nina has made. So right away, you get the sense that things are going to get complicated.
Yeah, you start to wonder, is there something going on between Andrew and Millie? Is there some kind of attraction there?
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely a possibility.
Right.
So, as you can imagine, things at work get progressively worse.
Oh.
I mean, Nina's behavior is just so toxic. She's constantly creating this hostile work environment for Millie and making her life a living hell, basically.
Mm.
But there's this undeniable spark between Millie and Andrew, and it keeps growing stronger.
And the book kind of plays into those classic tropes, the forbidden romance, the husband who's unhappy in his marriage.
Yeah. It even talks about how Nina's let herself go and how they've been having trouble conceiving a child. So, Andrew's feeling pretty neglected.
Right.
And then the tension just reaches this boiling point when Andrew takes Millie to see a Broadway show, and they end up having dinner, a little too much wine, and then back to a hotel room.
Ooh la la.
So at this point, you think, okay, here we go. This is where the drama really starts. We're going to see the fallout from the affair. The wife's going to find out, and all hell's going to break loose.
Classic love triangle.
Right, but then McFadden throws us a huge curveball. Because after that night, Andrew kicks Nina out of the house to be with Millie.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, what? That was too easy.
There's got to be more to the story.
And there is. Because it turns out Nina was playing everyone the whole time.
The whole time.
All this time we thought she was just crazy and erratic, but actually she was setting Andrew up. She wanted to escape their abusive marriage, and she orchestrated this whole thing to make it happen.
So it turns out that Andrew's been abusing Nina for years. He's been locking her in the attic, accusing her of hurting their daughter, even had her hospitalized by lying to doctors. And this completely changes our perspective on Nina.
Totally. All of a sudden, her behavior makes sense.
Yeah, she wasn't just being difficult. She was desperately trying to survive.
But the plot thickens even further because we find out Millie has her own dark secrets. I mean, it turns out she's got a criminal record. She killed her friend's attacker and did some other questionable things that landed her in prison. And Nina knew all about it.
Oh, yeah. She did her research. She knew exactly who Millie was and what she was capable of. Nina wasn't just trying to escape her marriage. She wanted Andrew dead, and she thought Millie was the one to do it.
It's like a chess game.
It is. She's using everyone as pawns.
So the tension keeps building and building until it finally explodes. Andrew, he's starting to suspect that Millie's not who she says she is. He starts to feel threatened by her. And one day, he decides to punish her.
And that's where things get really dark.
Yeah, he locks Millie in a closet and makes her hold these 3 huge textbooks against her abdomen for 3 hours straight.
Oh my God.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's brutal. He's timing her with a stopwatch, just being completely sadistic.
It's so disturbing.
And Millie, she just snaps. When he finally lets her out of the closet, she pepper sprays him right in the face and locks him in the closet. And she just leaves him there.
For 6 days.
6 days. She doesn't give him food or water or anything.
He dies.
He does. And when Nina comes back to the house, she finds Andrew's body in the closet. She tells Millie to run. just disappear. She's willing to take the fall for everything.
Wow.
But wait, there's another twist. When Nina calls the police, the officer who shows up has a personal connection to Andrew. It turns out his daughter was engaged to Andrew, but she broke it off without any explanation. Yeah. And now, seeing the whole situation, he puts two and two together and decides to give Nina a break. He lets her version of events stand.
So in a way, Nina gets away with it. It's kind of a messed up version of justice.
It is. And the book ends with this chilling epilogue where Millie is interviewing for another housemaid position. And guess who gave her the recommendation? Nina.
No way.
Yeah. But the really creepy part is that the new employer has bruises, and Millie notices.
So it's like the cycle's gonna start all over again.
Exactly. It leaves you with this unsettling feeling like the abuse will never really end.
Yeah.
One of the things I found really interesting about this book is you don't really like any of the characters.
I know, right?
Even Millie, who you're supposed to be rooting for, she's done some pretty awful things. And Andrew's a monster. And Nina, well, she's definitely got her own issues. But McFadden writes them in such a way that you can't help but be fascinated by them.
Yeah, they're all so flawed and damaged, and their relationships are just so toxic. But it makes for a really compelling story.
So what started as this seemingly simple story about a housemaid and her employers turns into this twisted tale of abuse, revenge, and really dark secrets.
Yeah.
I think that's what makes it so popular. It's like a car crash. You can't look away.
I totally agree.
So if you haven't read The Housemaid yet, I highly recommend it.
Right.
Be prepared for a wild ride. And let us know what you think. We'd love to hear your theories and your reactions to all the crazy twists and turns.
Yeah, hit us up in the comments.
And until next time, happy reading.
Happy reading.